And here we are, Elpis.
Oh, that voice sounded familiar.
Well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks.
Familiar stranger.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Oh, okay. I wondered if removing masks was a common thing or not in their society.
Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Oh, yeah.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Elidibus. No, not Elidibus. Emet-Selch. Oh, he got the red mask. Their eyes are so fancy. No way. Is he gonna see us?
Satisfied?
Or is that
Thank you for your cooperation.
Elidibus?
Free to go about your business.
They remember Elidibus was saying that he had a figment of a memory of of us in Elpis. Is that him seeing us but not seeing us in Elpis? I don't think so. I think white hair is Emet-Selch, but I could be wrong on this. Purple hair I feel like is Fandaniel, but I could be wrong. Like obviously, Hades, Hermes.
By the by, you see it too, yes?
What? See
I
what?
haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose he created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
For a familiar to have a soul.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's his spitting image. So let's
Make
leave
it double.
be. Come now.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Pretend it doesn't exist. Can you hear me? Hello? It's talking.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words.
Oh, lovely. Can you write it down?
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
A snifter? What an interesting amount.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
Doesn't he look like the Witcher with the white hair and yellow eyes? Yeah, never in my wildest imaginings would I have thought that this was happening.
Close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Snap. Yeah! Yeah! He did the thing! Oh, he did the thing! It's like he said the thing. He did the thing!
You may open your eyes.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Whoa, wait, what? We big now.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
What? We all grown up? Now we gotta get a job and pay taxes. This sucks.
Very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings. I am Hythlodeaus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Ah, Hythlodeaus. That was Emmet's best friend. Remember the one that we talked to back in Amarat, and the one that was a little bit different. Hythlodeaus, Chief Bureau of the Architect.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emet-Selch of the Convocation of 14.
This is
And how
crazy.
might we address you, my new friend?
Well, I am no one of consequence.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words.
And what's crazy is, though, that we could literally be destroying the future by what we're doing right now. Because that was Elidibus's whole point. Was like, if you go back, you'll be a shade, but maybe you'll learn something, but you can't interact with anyone, you can't do anything, you can't change the past, because if you change the past, you destroy the future you're trying to save, and so doing. And here we are, we're delaying them and totally ruining the timeline. Once again. We already did it once before, and now we're doing it again.
Whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
Well, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much.
You do not know? Or cannot say?
It would be bad for us to say. Let's just say that.
Allow me to ask a different question then.
What are you doing here?
What
And why do
brings you here?
look so different than everybody else? I seek a man named Hermes. I want to learn about Elpis. I seek a man named Hermes. Hopefully Hermes will have some answers for some questions that I have, so.
Well now, the same as us.
Ah,
Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If he truly wished to be here, then he would be.
I love Emmett's like half eyes. He's like always like skulking. Why do I have to be here? I want to go home. I could be playing Final Fantasy
My
XIV instead of
apologies
doing
for
whatever
the
this is.
The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Well, that just so happens to align with our goals as well.
We, I say, though this is Emet-Selch's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide,
I serve as his guide to the tour guide.
and I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business?
Bring it along.
This thing we know next to nothing about?
What could it
If you harbor
hurt?
Suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, that's true. If someone's random creation was running around causing sussiness, you'd want to keep an eye on it.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
Come on, you gotta do the hand wave at some point.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
Oh, it's so pretty. It looks kind of similar to the underground area that Charlian built. It's the doggo!
This presence.
Is she the one who becomes Hythlodeaus? Because we know that one of them becomes Hythlodeaus. Oh my gosh, I've seen so many pictures of this winged-eared person.
We have visitors.
I've seen them show up in like the loading screen and stuff. I've seen them everywhere, and I'm like, I have no idea who this is. The feather tail is really cool.
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Oh, all the secrets. Don't you wish you knew? Do you know that we become mortal enemies and best friends simultaneously? It's crazy. I got so much you wouldn't even know where to start. Wow. There's a large gathering over here. A large gathering. Ah, do we get to put on robes too? We're gonna become an Asian as well. We have joined the ranks of the evil. Freya, I love it. Is it slash talk? Slash I think it's converse. Converse. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, so the other day, tell me about it. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I really hope that this hood thing, Emet-Selch, you can put the hood up. But I guess most people wear the hood down, so it wouldn't really matter. In case you didn't know, it's rude to stare. Stop. All right, all right. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. As part of the process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for an in-depth observation and study. A fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you would enjoy touring it with us. Level up! Enhanced Divine Veil. Enhanced Divine Veil? I don't see it automatically upgrade, but I think it's a passive. I think it's passive. Upgrades! Upgrades, people. Got an ironwood weapon copper. I'm using it. I don't want to search. I want to see what our potentially new gear looks like. Why not? We got the dye. We got the goods. We got to try out new gear every now and then. Why not? We got to give Freya a hug. Finish our conversation with Demokritos. Those researchers are from the Academia Anider's Words of Halmura. The Academia's Anider's Words of Halmura, here to observe the state of the local flora. I wish they would give equal attention to the ambient environment, specifically how much noise they're adding to it with their little debate. Shut up! You're going on and on for far too long. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let's seek him out there first. Tired as you are, however, you stand out a little bit too much. Our dear Emet-Selch wishes to keep a low profile for his errand, so do you know how to make a robe? The basic concept will do. I've not one... No? Well, in that case, Emet-Selch? No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrimps sometimes, you'd think he wasn't a nigh bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist? Come, let us search for the requisite material. I thought with creation magics you could just create anything, but I guess not. We gotta go make a robe first. Alright, hold on. Before we go, we gotta check. Okay, there's nothing even remotely close. 400 yelms. Remember the thing you totally didn't see me wearing? It was the ancient Boja all along! Ancient Boja. Not even normal Boja. Oh man, look at these things. I guess these are the creations. They would probably get upset if we went through and killed all the creations. But maybe since it's for study, they would want to see how it would do in a fight. That's definitely possible. Wait, you get the robes from Boja? You don't get the robes here? What? The 5th zone of the expansion. I took so many pics with Emmett and Hythlodeaus my first time here. Blessed with a good streamer luck, showing up here with no fog. Dude, my streamer luck has been insane this entire run. This has been literally the best run. We've been speedrunning this whole MSQ for the best run. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. Now I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Petalaudai. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. As your ether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the Petalaudai first. Good luck! Alright, so we gotta pick 2 different types of these guys and smack them around. Oh, there's... Oh, it's the butterflies that we're hitting. Yeah, not the lizard creature. So there's the Cayenne and the Hokin. Okay, hold on. We gotta try this. Ah, we got one. Run, run! Run, Lovava, run! I'm coming to catch it. Tie it up, tie it up, tie it up, tie it up, tie it up. Whoa, what? It wasn't letting me do it. We're gonna have to go get another one. No! Alright, it's a race to see who can get the butterfly before it dies. Don't need that one. I'll get this one over here. Uh-oh. We got another monster on us. As long as you don't interrupt me trying to capture this guy, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, let's try it. What? Oh, I gotta right click and use. I kept trying to click on it. Why can't I use it? Woven from the ether. Okay, what is happening right now? Thank you. That's being very weird. I was like, I am clicking on it. Your rope is broken. Doesn't want to work. It was jinxed and hexed the whole time just to make our lives difficult. You caught the Petalaudai? Come, come, let us see. There you go. Your bag of butterflies, duly weakened and carefully bound. This Petaloda is destined to become clothing. I'm sorry, little butterflies, you're so pretty. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. And now for a spot of reversion. I wondered if he was going to do kind of the Emet-Selch snap. There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but when we're trying not to stand out, try it on for size. You turn living beings into clothes just like that? Yeah, see here, won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? That was really my question. That's when I came in here, I was like, hey, we could fight those things, but maybe not. Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. And besides, we can always make more Petalaudai. They only need a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educate, but it won't fool anyone who can see worth a darn. Fair point, but at the very least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Ugh. Emet-Selch speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're familiar. The question is, whose? Are you familiar with the familiar that we could be familiar with? Oh, of course, Azem's. If you say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting our associate's absence. For his lack of presence? Absolutely. Were he here, he'd have been the first to propose the idea. And you know it. Well, they've been able to ask him more questions, too. Is this your familiar? With that, your story is settled. Let us continue with our errand. A nice sophist's robe, Hadera, and Hapodema. Oh, and it's dyeable, too. This is ancient Boja. Boja before the Boja was Boja'd. Alright, we gotta equip all this stuff. If you are ready, let us continue along the path to Anangnoris's. Anangnoris's. This place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. It's the harsh symbol. The family symbol. How do you even get that? We got stars, but that's the best that we can do. We can use our creation magics to summon stars.